Just coming through North here, is it?
Yeah, in a bit of a traffic jam.
Sheep jam.
Sheep jam.
All over the road. Don't know who the owner is, but I'm impressed.
That's Wendy. What is she doing over here? Yep, here's the view. Yeah, Father Paul's looking like an absolute natural in the driver's seat now. They're looking a bit slim and not. Oh, they're goats, that's why, they're not sheep. Are they sheep or goats? No, I think they are sheep.
Always and everywhere to give you thanks, Lord, Holy Father. Well, here we are at the site of the Eucharistic miracle at Lanciano in the Church of San Francesco, and we've just had the great privilege of being able to celebrate Mass in the small chapel that is behind the relic of the Blessed Sacrament and the Eucharistic miracle. And we came just to make a visit first, and then we were going to come back and celebrate Mass, but the friar who was in attendance took us straight in. We were able to celebrate Mass, and it was a great experience. There were two things that occurred to me as I was celebrating Mass. The first was that I sat in the usual place where the priest's chair was, and I was conscious then that the Blessed Sacrament of the Eucharistic miracle was behind me, so I felt rather unworthy to do that. So I moved aside, and then when it came time to celebrate the liturgy of the Eucharist, I felt I couldn't stand with my back to Christ, so to speak, so I moved around to the other side of the altar to celebrate Mass facing the Eucharistic miracle, and that seemed most appropriate to have the other four in our group with me facing towards Christ. The other thing was that when I was celebrating Mass, I became just so much aware of the great gift that the Eucharist is for us, and how Christ desires to give himself and to allow himself to be contained within the species of bread and wine, and how in this place he's allowed himself for centuries to be honoured and worshipped in the bread and wine that changed into his body and blood, and how that's a sign of his constant giving to us, his constant desire to be one with us. And I felt an overwhelming sense of his presence, and also of my desire to be drawn closer to him in love and in honour for the Blessed Eucharist. So, wonderful experience. I think one more that still we'll begin to understand a little more about and to deepen our appreciation of as we look back on it and reflect.
I think today was a pretty remarkable day out of all the days, because I've been looking forward to this, because went to actually see the body and blood of Christ at Lanciano, the shrine there, and walking in there was a massive tourist group there, and it was very busy. Everyone was taking photos, and I found it quite frustrating because I wanted to pray before the monstrance, and I wasn't able to do that in the first half an hour, but we were able to have Mass with just us 5 guys in the chapel after Father Paul celebrated that Mass, and I really enjoyed that. and also a neat part of that was I was able to go to confession with Father Paul beforehand. So I really felt well prepared for the Mass, and then afterwards I went and prayed out in the shrine again. And just sitting before the Blessed Sacrament and being able to see the actual body and blood of Christ just was a realisation for me that every time that I go to Villa Maria on a Tuesday night when my hour is allotted, I get to experience that. And it was a bit funny sitting before it, because I was trying to think. I didn't want to leave because I could actually see the body and blood of Christ, and I was getting sentimental. But I thought, well, hold on a second. I get this every week, every time that I go to adoration. That was just a really great experience, and I chose to use that time just to bring all my intentions before God, to pray about those different parts of my life that I needed help in, and also just to pray for family and friends. And I just felt a real sense of Christ being present, and I really enjoyed the day.